How do you get into a game genre that you have no background in? For many, many years, I wanted to get into the Metroidvania genre. It just looked so cool. I had been following the Hollow Knight development since 2014 on Kickstarter. I was like, this game looks amazing. And then when it came out, everybody just loved that game, or in the Blind Forest, or in the Will of the Wisps. Just so many more games. I so wanted to get into them because I have been into 2D action platformer games, which are very, very similar, and those are really easy for me to get into. But for some reason, whenever I tried to play Hollow Knight in particular, I just couldn't get into this game. And I really wanted to because I knew it was good, but it just didn't make sense to me. It was a genre that felt completely alien to me. So sometime later, I stumbled upon this game called The Messenger. The Messenger is a 2D action platformer game, and I love this game from the start. Amazing retro graphics, amazing music, great story. It felt like this game was made for me. It was perfect. And because it's a 2D action platformer, I'm just going through this game and I'm just able to pick it up really quickly. But something interesting happened about halfway through the game, and that's the game turns into a Metroidvania. You get to go back and explore the areas you previously went through, and through the mechanics that they're using, which was time travel. So there's two versions of the game, the past and the future, and you can travel back and forth between both of those. And when you do, certain things are different areas are available to be accessed. And then they have other levels that are just pure Metroidvania levels from the start. And as the game goes on, they introduce you to these new features, these new abilities, new upgrades. It really holds your hand into showing you what a Metroidvania is, so that by the time it turns into a Metroidvania, you know exactly how to play the game. Now, to me, this game is amazing, and it's always going to hold a special place in my heart. But the reason why it was good for me is the reason why a lot of people didn't like this game. And that is they felt it was too handholdy. It was a fetch quest. It just wasn't the Metroidvania experience that they wanted. But that makes sense to me because I think this game is a type of game that doesn't really have a name that I'm aware of. And I think there needs to be more of them. And that's a tutorial game, because it showed me how to play Metroidvania games and be good at them. And once I was done that game, I was able to jump into or in the Blind Forest or in the Will of the Wisps. And I was able to jump into Hollow Knight, and all of a sudden, no issues with playing that game. I understood it completely. So The Messenger allowed me to play Hollow Knight, the game I had wanted to play for so long. It gave me the necessary information and abilities to play that kind of game. And that is just amazing to me. And there needs to be more games like that, because there's tons of genres that I'd love to get into, but jumping into it would just be too much to learn without the prerequisite knowledge. So I'm wondering if you have any games like this. To me, this is the only game I've found that truly has taught me how to play another genre of games. But I'd be really interested to find out if you know of any other games like that, if you have any games that you played that taught you to play another genre, what you think of the concept of tutorial games in general, because I think that's a huge market. I think games that can pull this off are games that kind of combine genres, so they're a little bit of both. So if you like one genre, you can learn a bit about the other, and that's kind of what The Messenger is. But I don't know, I'm really happy I can play Metroidvanias now. But that's about it for me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.